What's up? What's up? What's up with it, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe. It's Nathan from Chilwaukee. I'm finna tell y'all a crazy story. Y'all ready? All right, check this out. My mama had a boyfriend, and they've been on and off for years, years, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when your moms stop fucking with a nigga or he end up going to jail, you know what I'm saying? But they bouncing right back though. That's what was going on with moms. So you could imagine that I've heard arguments and I had to get into some shit a few times fucking with dude. We gonna call him Roger. We gonna call that nigga Roger. So take it back to when I was real young. I had stabbed Roger. Well, not stabbed, but I was poking his back because he was fighting moms and shit. But that was years ago. That was many, many years ago. I was like, maybe 14, maybe 15. It was one of those. But fast forward to about now, this story from 2022. So yeah, fast forward all the way to 2022. My sisters, they moved out and shit. They got their own cribs and shit. Shout out to the little sister. Some of my little brothers stay with pops and shit, and I was the only one over here with mom. So we've been living together and paying the rent with each other and shit and whatnot. So I'm her only son that live with her. So her and Roger get to arguing one night. I'm in the middle of it and shit because I hear her making threats and shit. Like, I be leaving the little arguments alone. Like, my mama got her own business and shit, and I want to just fly off the handle every time I let a nigga think he arguing with her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, let's get past the arguing. Bunch of fuck you, bitch, fuck you, nigga, all that shit. He ended up getting put out the crib. You know what I'm saying? I heard the door open to leave and shit. I was watching the nigga leave and shit, but steady making threats and shit. Me and mom's in the crib chilling for like an hour after that, hour and a half. I hear some banging on the door. It's dude eyes because, them Rogers, they always be coming back once they realize, like, damn, it's the middle of the motherfucking night, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell y'all, this is where the story get wild as a bitch at, bro. It was not like that time where a nigga just, find his way back or try to squash the beef and get back in the crib. It wasn't like that. I had my headphones in too, mind you, while he knocking on the door and shit. They arguing through the door a little bit. I hear the door open. So I'm thinking like, oh, he back in here, they finna squash that shit, end up going to sleep and whatnot. I hear some rumbling and shit, so I take out the fucking headphones on my ear all the way because now I'm on alert. I'm like, it don't sound like no normal shit going on. And by the time I took off my headphones and I'm the bed like right by the fucking door, my room door. So I take off the fucking headphones. The weed went out. Fuck it, let me finish this story for y'all. I take off the headphones and by the time I do that, I look up because the bed not really sitting high either on the real. So I'm looking up. I see a bat coming through my room door, like a fucking baseball bat, a metal one. The one that my mama said went missing from her house like before we moved to this spot where we at. She said her bat came up missing. It's this bat, but when the door swing open, it's not Roger. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck going on? He done brought one of his little goons up in this motherfucker because he know she still got an older son living with her. So now I'm just, all this shit hitting me. I'm like, oh, he mad as fuck. Like, this nigga tripping. So the unknown swinging the fucking baseball bat at this time, I still can't even get up. He swing that motherfucker, and I got a scar on right here. It was a lot bigger than that, but I be using Neosporin and shit. Nigga swing in the back, so I put my arms up like this on the bed, you know what I'm saying, so he could hit me one good time. I'll take that because you don't want to get hit in your face with a bat. And I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. My bad, y'all. Let me light this weed back up. But yeah, Roger then came back to the crib, and it's a whole unsub in this motherfucker too now. Now, Once I got up, after he hit me with the bat, I ain't even had time to think about did that shit hurt or not. My fault for the dog. It sounded like it'll hurt. You heard my bone when he hit me, but I couldn't think about it. I get up, I'm saying I immediately noticed he a little nigga. He like 5'9" or 5'8" or something. That's kind of little to me because I'm like 6'2". So I get to tussling with him trying to take the bat. But as I noticed that the nigga can't fight. He like hugging me and shit, like all on me, hugging me and shit. I reach over, grab the fucking butcher knife. We had like a 11, 12-inch kitchen knife. That motherfucker was in my room for some reason. I couldn't even get to the pocket knife, and motherfucker ain't had no guns in the crib at the time. So I grabbed the butcher knife and I just get to stabbing his ass in the back. Stabbed his ass in the back like 4 or 5 times. Blood everywhere and shit, because I said I was getting good. So I'm like, I'm in the zone. I guess moms and shit was, I said, screaming and yelling. They was in there tussling and shit. She made her way to the back of the room by the time the knife was in his back for the last time. So by that time, mom's at the door and shit. She thinking I'll be there get hurt or something, because ain't no telling if he came in there and caught me off guard or not. Roger come in that motherfucker in the room too, trying to grab my mother, trying to stop her from coming in the room and shit. I told her like, Mom, I'm good, I'm straight. Woo woo. Whole time, dude ass talking some bullshit. I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry, bro. Please don't kill me, bro. Woo woo. And I had to think, bro, because a lot of niggas probably would have killed him. Like, it probably would have been over for dude ass, but just hearing a nigga say that shit, it hit different kind of. Nigga begging for his fucking life and shit. So I threw the knife down, you know what I'm saying, pushed the little nigga up off me and shit. He steady talking about he doing this because he was getting paid at weed or K2 or whatever. Whole point is he wanted to smoke. He said he was trying to get high. But now the nigga all fucked up, leaking this shit right out the crib. Roger bounced right with him. Me and Roger go to jail that night. I stayed up in the crib. The police came through. I told the little story about me fucking dude up, but he left, so they was just trying to give him some, what's that shit? Some emergency assistance. They was trying to find a nigga to help him because I told him, like, I stabbed his ass pretty good. Like, there was blood all in the closet, on the floor, a little bit on the walls and shit. So they tried to find him to get him right. I ended up getting booked because I had an old warrant. That shit was crazy too. The dude that came and arrested me, Juan Ortiz, we went to Dover Elementary together. This nigga, the police, he come in the crib, I'm looking at him. I know this Juan and shit, but I don't know. I didn't want to ask him because all kind of shit didn't happen. Yeah, but it was my nigga Juan. He had to end up arresting me and shit because I had a warrant. I get to the county. I'm cool with the warrant and all, but I was tripping. I was in that bitch down there ready to, you know what I'm saying, throw a fit, quiet that motherfucker. I see, what's that shit? Assault with a deadly weapon, or it was some crazy ass shit, attempted murder or something. I can't remember. It was something that sounded like booked on the real. It was some dangerous ass shit like that. I'm like, no, that was self-defense on the real. But they got it up off of her for me. I was just tripping, acting like a big baby and shit. I'm like, hell no, not for a nigga coming up in the crib, hell no. Roger guys ended up getting booked like 3 hours later, 4 hours later. I ended up being in jail for like 4 days because I got a signature bond. So I ended up getting out of jail in like 4 days. I damn near lost my job, all kind of shit. That shit was wild, but yeah, you gotta stay safe out here and shit. Motherfuckers will run up in the crib on your ass, get you a heat, keep you a knife around, shit. Watch motherfuckers will do you in. But like, comment, subscribe. Finna finish this good gas. Y'all have a blessed one.